All right.
It's day 38.
Oh, shit. All right.
It's day 38. I'm gonna touch the homeless, get back a million people, and then get my followers, and then if I don't, I'm gonna fucking do another crap.
But, you know what's interesting today? I had someone hit me up about taking down pictures and videos of our past, and I was hurt about it, right? And I said to myself, it's interesting because I feel a lot of people don't let themselves feel the depth and intensity of their feelings, right? They don't let themselves feel the depth and intensity of their feelings, so they don't have the opportunity to feel their feelings and move through it and move past it. So, you know what I did? I actually ended up facing that, going on their social media, another person's social media, and facing all of it. And I didn't suppress anything, because when you suppress things, it will turn into anger. It will turn into you trying to suppress it with things outside of you. So, what happened was, I faced that shit. I accepted the situation for what it was. I showed love. This is the situation. And I'm at peace now. And now I just came up with one of the most dope ideas ever, because I didn't dwell on the aspect of the hurt and pain that I felt within the situation. I had to accept and take responsibility to why that was the case. Because I'm responsible for the situation that actually came to the point of what it was. So, I know it's not very in-depth, but just know I made it happen. So now, y'all want to see in the future what that is. Alright, feel your feelings, don't suppress it, face it. Much love, peace, right now. God damn.
Shame. Yes, sir. Love to answer another question. Change it to one person at a time.
And we're bringing stories to reality, baby. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
And I sugarcoated this last message. Let me not sugarcoat it, all right?
I had my ex hit me up, right? She said, can you take down the pictures, these pictures and videos? How are you? How you doing? And relationship with her's okay. We don't talk anymore, but... And I said, okay, no problem. I took them down, and I wanted to know why. She said she felt uncomfortable with them being up. And I said, okay. I wasn't going to ask why. I said, fuck it. I've already had people in my past because of me being intentionally homeless and also local relationship dynamics. Maybe there was something within that she didn't approve of. And I said, fuck it. But then, you know what? I messaged her. I said, what makes you uncomfortable about this? And she said, it's only because I wouldn't want my boy, her man, which I'm very happy she has. I'm so happy for her, to see the pictures of my ex on my profile. And I said, in my head, I'm like, only a 5%, maybe a 1% of people will think this way, but I say, if that experience that you had with your ex was beautiful, even though it may not, it ended the way you wanted it to. It didn't even end in a terrible way, but I had a lot of things that I had to deal with and things that I had to come to truth with and things that I wasn't honest about. Well, one thing, general heartbeat shit, which is big, and I understand that was the case, but we were still okay and cool after that, but we stopped talking because I felt the respect lost, and she just ended that relationship. So, what happened was, I said, if I had an ex, if she was my ex, and I had another woman looking at my ex, and she was jealous of that looks like it's more of an insecurity or self-reflection of who they are. I have no problem with looking at ex pictures of, or even now, even pictures of her and her man, right? I had to go through that for me to face those feelings, right? Because a lot of times we don't take the opportunity to face and feel the feelings that we need to feel. We try to run away from them, right? When she said she had a boy, did I get a little triggered? Did I get uncomfortable? Yes. But then I realized I had to take responsibility for that because I broke up with her. And then I also wasn't, we were friends, and then I told her I wasn't honest with her about the general herpes shit, so that was kind of the trickling down to us not talking anymore. And I said, fuck it. So, when she told me that, a lot of times you bring up comparison and inferiority and the past experiences that you have with her, and usually the nostalgia brings you to a very saddened place. But no, I embraced that. I ended up going on her profile. I don't know if he's not even on her profile, but and looking at all of it, trying to figure out who her boyfriend is in a healthy way, so I could face the feelings that I had. Because a lot of times when you don't face the feelings that you have, you can't move past it and move through it and understand it. And so that's what I did. And I fucking embraced it. And I used it as energy. None of it worked out, but I'm going to use it as energy to move forward.
And what's crazy is that I embraced it, and I instantly thought it was one of the best ideas, one of the top ideas I thought of to this point.
So, that being said, feel your feelings, embrace your feelings, understand that they are signals for you to learn from, and so you can move forward and move faster. And especially with exes, like, just fucking make that shit happen, bro. Keep that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you, friend, and let's answer another question.